Just a minute.
You like to move it. All girls all over the world. Original King Julian on your case, man. I love how all the girls move their body. And when you move your body, you don't move it nice and sweet and sassy. Alright? Woman, you're cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Woman, you're cute, and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Woman, physically fit, physically fit, physically fit. Woman, physically fit, physically fit, physically fit. Woman, nice, trick, fantastic.
Hey everybody, jump on here. Tag your friends. Let's get everybody on here. Hey. How's everybody doing? Are you staying warm? It's kind of chilly right now. I got my sweatshirt on today. All right, let Charlie know that you are here
so we can get you started. Tag your friends. Remember, also, guys, we are on YouTube at Hooray Sales. So make sure that if you have friends that maybe aren't on Facebook, you have some folks that you want them just to check us out, see what we're all about. Tell them to come on over and watch us over there. And like I said, be sure that Charlie knows you are here because he will be watching the chat. He will be answering questions or relaying questions. He will also be noting how involved you are. If you are making comments, if you're asking questions, if you're, sharing tips and ideas while we're doing it, because this is not just, me standing here talking. It's all about all of us working together and interacting. So we're going to go ahead and get started tonight. We have some great training coming up for you as well. I'm going to switch this back to the big screen there so you can see everything and move on to our slide, which of course you all know that I like to start with a quote. I just feel like every day I like to start with a positive quote for the day. And I'm always collecting quotes. I have a whole folder of just nothing but quotes. And some days I have some stuck all over the wall here in front of me so that it just kind of gives me that oomph I need some days, because some days life is tough and we got to figure out how to keep going. And the way we keep going is finding the glimmer of light and hope in everything that we do. But one of the ones that I love, and I've come back to this many, many times in my life, is how big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail? And I say this because so many times once we become adults, we forget the capacity and power that we have, the capacity we have to dream big and the power we have to make big dreams happen. Because if you can think back, just think back to when you were a kid and all the things that you could think about doing. If you have kids right now, remind yourself of how big they dream, that they really don't see any limits to what's possible for them, that they always are looking at, wow, I could do this. Wow, I could do that. Wow, what if I tried this? And they're not afraid to take those chances. And yet as we get older, we tend to go, ooh, maybe not. And maybe we've been conditioned, maybe we've been told by people, you can't do that. I'm going to be honest with you. There was when I first started in Tupperware, I did a party. My mom had a party for me. And, my grandmother was there and I loved my grandmother and my grandmother loved me. In fact, I was probably her favorite. And so when she was sitting there at that Tupperware party that night, one of the things, she looked at me and she just shook her head and she goes, I can't believe you're going to do this instead of what you went to, instead of using your college degree. That's what she said. And she kind of sat there and looked at me through the whole thing. And I was like devastated because, this was something I was going to give a try because I wanted to stay home with my child. And yes, I had a college degree as an environmental scientist. And yes, I had a good job with that. But it didn't give me the flexibility that I needed to be able to be home and take care of my child at home, which is something that was really important to me. And so I almost second guessed myself. I almost said, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But I said, you know what? I'm still going to give it a try. And I'm going to show her what I can do. Well, fast forward a few years, and I actually was on the cover of the Tupperware magazine we had at that time. And I go to my grandma's house, and she has the magazine right on the table by her chair. And she said, and that day she says, I want to make sure everybody sees it when they come to the house, because I've always said, you're always going to be leading everything that you do, which was so funny because, right, she told me I shouldn't be doing it. And now she was my biggest fan. And so why I tell you this, guys, is because your dream is special to you. And what you do with that dream is special to you. And if you don't allow yourself to believe that you are going to fail, if you don't allow yourself to hold back because you might hit a bump or you might fall flat on your face, then you know what? You're going to make it through this business, because you are going to face rejection. You are going to fall flat on your face. You are going to have everything that you were planning for to bottom out. And I've had all of those things happen to me. But if you don't give up on yourself, and that is the most important person you have to prove anything to, yourself, don't give up on yourself and just show up every day and do the work. You are going to go as far as you want to go in this business. Your dreams can come true by utilizing what this business offers you. It is your vehicle to achieve whatever it is that you want in life. But the work comes from you, and the belief comes from you, and the success will be because of you. All right. So I want you to think about that today, guys. I want you to start really, I want you to get a big piece of paper out this week, and I want you to start writing down every dream you have, everything you can imagine. And I don't care if you've been in this business a week, a month, a year, or like me, 45 years. Never, ever, ever stop dreaming, and never, ever, ever stop striving to do better today than you did yesterday. Because you know what? That's how growth happens. And that's how joy happens, when we see ourselves being able to do better. And maybe those dreams will change from things for yourself to things that you can give to others, or ways that you can help others. The joy you're going to get out of this business is going to change. But guys, don't ever lose that. Find the place where you can continue to grow and you can continue to dream, and know that you're never going to fail if you just keep going forward. All right. So we're going to make this a December to remember, right? We're really focusing on all that we can do, not what we can't, all that we're in control of, not what we're not. So just a reminder that we had our Pay It Forward week, November 28th to December 4th. They have scheduled our Pay It Forward live broadcast for Tuesday, December the 17th at 9 p.m. It'll be on that's Eastern time on our Tupperware Salesforce Facebook page. And you'll want to be there. Hopefully all of you who qualified got your entries in so that we can see if you're one of the regional winners as well. That's going to be exciting. Set that. In fact, go ahead and get your calendar out, guys. Get a piece of paper, get a pen, write these things down, because you do not want to miss out on these. Right now, we are in the midst of our 12 days of holiday deals from Tupperware. Started last Thursday. It will continue until Monday coming up. And that's Monday the 17th. Monday the 16th. Okay, so that's our 12 days. Every day at midnight, there are new offers. Okay. So they're going to be, and they kind of themed around different things. Now, these are daily offers. They are while supplies last, and most of them will sell out in that day. So don't think, don't think about it. Don't hold the orders. Don't wait days to get those orders in. Start, promoting it as soon as they come out. Let your customers know, because I mean, obviously you're probably not going to stay up till midnight here on the East Coast. Maybe Colleen over there in Arizona, she'll see it. It's like 9 p.m. for her, and she might go ahead and get it posted on her page. But she'll have till 9 p.m. the next day, or whatever, but she'll get it posted so her customers will be able to see it. What you want your customers to know, and this is where being a great sales consultant is going to help you, is you're going to want to let your customers know every day there's going to be a new special. There's going to be a new special. Remind them that every day there's going to be new specials, and share your link to check in so that they can go see what's there as well. And then first thing in the morning when you get up, go check, see what it is, post it on your page. I had a vendor event this last few days, so I was able to get to it right away, but I'm trying to make sure that it's there for you with some word choices so you can also share that. But create that excitement of the 12 days of holiday deals, so your customers are going to keep coming back as well, and promote and share those with people too, because that's how you're going to keep your business rolling right through the month. All right. Now, we also are doing our bingo, and I decided, since we have the 12 days, I was going to extend it through the 12 days. So it's supposed to end on Wednesday this week. I'm going to extend it those extra 5 days until Monday, December 16th, and we will have the bingo on Thursday, December 19th, because the Tuesday that I was going to be doing the bingo is the day that Tupper is doing the other. So I said, well, I'm just going to give you more time to get more chances to be able to get bingo numbers. And so you're going to, that way, if I run it through Monday, then I will post, to everybody who qualified on Tuesday. I need your numbers by Thursday. So be ready to pick your numbers, and I will give you once I know how many people, how many qualifiers, whether it'll be 1 to 50, 1 to 75, or 1 to 100. All right. So you're going to pick your number. So you have till Monday, December 16th to sure you have gotten $250 or more submitted for that time frame. All right. And then coming up this Thursday at 12/12, which we are going to have our snowman experience. And so this is going to be a fun, interactive 30-minute sharing from a couple of my friends. You've met them, you know them, you think they're wonderful. Brooke, Sally, and April Watts. The three of us have gotten together, and we're going to be building a snowman. And, kind of like think about, do you want to build a snowman? And we're going to give you some ideas and tips on how you are going to build a successful business now into the new year, and get your business rolling. Because once you get a snowball rolling, it doesn't stop. So we're going to get that snowball rolling now so that you can have a successful start to your 2025. But right now, we have to get through December, and we want to make sure that we close this December as a December to remember. So I have someone that's going to come and share with you about some tips and ideas that she uses to build her successful business. She's been in this business for over 20 years, and she's going to share with you some things that she's done that have helped her to keep our business going all this time. Please welcome to our stage, Michelle Davis. Yay! All right, and I'm just going to turn it right on over to you, Michelle. I'm going to leave and let you take it away.
All right. Sounds great. Okay, everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful December, and you are ready to make some more money for the holidays. I know I am ready to do that. So I have been doing this for 26 years. And as Marsha kind of mentioned earlier, same situation. We've had excellent years. We've been #1 in the nation. We've had struggling years, and that's part of this business. And that's part of just being consistent in what you do and just sticking to it, because there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. And sometimes it's personal, and sometimes it's business, and sometimes it's changes in the business. And we just have to adapt and grow and learn how to to utilize what they've given us to our benefit. But I will tell you, one of the things that has been really successful for me, so we're kind of going to talk about keeping your store open and building customer base during the holidays, has been like doing an open house. And it's not too late to do that before Christmas or even after Christmas. If you're thinking I've got a lot to do or I'm traveling, you could do it right after the week between Christmas and the New Year's. And I've always kind of positioned it as a host and customer appreciation day where they get to come and they get to shop. Now, we're going to talk about it two different ways because all of your customers aren't local. Now, when I lived in Charlotte and had a customer base of, 15 years there, I had a lot of local customers because we were doing a ton of in-home parties. And so that was a really great way to do it. You may have a lot of customers. I'm in Murrells Inlet now. I have a new base of customers and friends and people here that shop for me. So I could still do an open house and I could still do one virtually in my VIP group. So some ideas to that, guys, it's kind of like it's a thanks back to you. You're kind of telling them about, hey, what's coming up for January. We always have a big month. As you guys know, we have May, January, May, and then October are our 3 big months. So we don't know all the offers for January yet, but it's the best time of the month to date them in. A lot of times we have double host credit. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind as you're seeing your customers and you're dealing with people that they may say no to a party right now, but they could book a party into January and they can shop from you now. So I would do it like a customer appreciation. I have a little bit of snacks. I wouldn't go overboard, but I'd have some things there that I'd made, some Tupperware recipes. You can have recipe cards made up for them there as well. I normally did it throughout my house. And I didn't want to make it a too big of a production, but I've got my decorations up, people can come, and I'll kind of do it time frames. So like I might keep it open on a weekend for a Friday evening, like from 6 to 9, kind of like when people get off work. And then a Saturday, from like 1 to 6. And then if you want to do morning, whatever, but just so I'm not there all day stuck every single day. And they know they need to come and shop within that, 4 to 6 hour window. And that still gives me free time to get things done I need to get done. And then you can have maybe on Sunday afternoon after church if you wanted to, or finish it up on Monday. I try to do it different time frames because some people work at different times, and I would have people that actually came back a second time and brought friends during the sale if they came the first day. But if you're doing it for your hostesses, a great idea is if you've ever gotten any of the host gift specials or maybe some awards or some things that you've earned and you got them for free or you took them free off of a party, I would normally do like some gift set put togethers, and I would have them earn tickets, and they would earn tickets based on the sales of their party, based on how many parties they hosted with me during the year. Now, what this is doing also, especially if you do it virtually, guys, is it's teaching your people, oh my goodness, I want to do business with her because I want to be in the chances for the drawings next year. And you share that. That's kind of the idea of why you do it, and you share it with everyone. So in home, I would have my list of hosts. I would go in and I would contact all of them. I'd contact anybody in my email group, anybody in my VIP group, and I would open up my house for that time frame to those people. And I've always done very, very well with cash and carry. I would have everything out, have it marked, and have tables and covers, and just make it very professional. Sometimes I would have it running through my garage all the way through my house into my office, and just shut off the doors I didn't want to use. You can always borrow tables from people. That usually works really well. And then you can have some deals of the day for them coming. And as they sell out, you could create a new one. But the key to this, guys, is not to sell everything like really, really expensive. And I'm going to teach you a few things because we are in this business to make money. You want to be making what you paid for those products. And whether you're doing what I'm going to talk about in a minute, like a deal of the day in your VIP group, or whether you're doing an open house, you need to charge whatever you got it for at the sale price plus what tax and shipping was. Now, I don't charge the full, of course, $10 because normally I'm buying 10 things at a time when they come out. And I may charge, so I can split up the shipping, and I at least add $1 to $2 per item for shipping, and I add tax because 8% is a big deal, guys. And if you think about it, if you are giving them tax and shipping for free, you're taking 18% of your 25% and you're making 7. And we don't want to do that. So in anything that you do, you want to work your business smart. You want to work it where you're making money. And in some cases where you're making extra money because our sales are so good when you shop our sales. Now, I'll be real honest. I'm one of the people that I hate when something sells out. And I know when like just for instance, that Microwave Magic set came out a couple months ago. It was $34 for all three, the breakfast maker, the pasta maker, and the rice cooker. That's just a ridiculous price, right? So I went ahead and put my own personal order in on my website. I always order that way because I'm going to get my commission back, but I can use that order to give as a credit toward a customer or a potential hostess to get her to do business with me. So then I have a bunch of orders that I can use that for. So don't forget that that's an option, that you can link that order to a party to get someone to have a party with you. And ultimately, that's the goal. The goal is to reduce inventory, to put money in your pocket, to renew, be able to buy your sampling, to be able to buy specials as they come through. I even use a credit card that I get 2% back. So I'm making that extra 2%. And if you're earning your volume bonuses, you're making those extra 5 and 10%. So, or those, increments that way. So when you look at it overall, you want to be making way more than 25% off of your sales. You never want to cut yourself shy. And when I sell to a consultant, I just sell them what I got it for. That way I can make a little and they can make a little too, because it's inventory that I'm sitting on. So I kind of just handle it that way. And it's a great way to be able to move inventory during the holidays, to create new customers. They would get tickets if they brought people with them. So people that I hadn't met before as a visitor, they would get tickets for that. They'd get tickets for how much they spent that day. Maybe you could give them a ticket for every $25 spent, and then they're going to go into these drawings. Now you can do it one of two ways. You can do like a big drawing and go live and give away the gifts. You could do that on your main page if you wanted to, just to show people, be like, hey, she's doing this year. These are her winners. Well, I want to be in her group next year. And so then you could kind of, push your group that, hey, you want to join my group for next year. You want to be a part of my community where you'll do parties and you're ordering from me, and you're in front of them when you have them in your VIP group. This has been huge for me, guys, building this. Okay. So again, when you have that pasta set, am I going to sell that for $34 divided by 3? No, I'm going to sell it. I'm going to add in the tax and shipping, but I'm really just going to sell them for $15 a piece, because that is still a ridiculous price. And I'm making more than my 25%. Okay. So I'm able to pass sales on to my customers, but I'm still making a great profit off the product. I'm not doing an open house to break even. Okay. I'm going to say that again. I'm not doing an open house to break even. I'm doing it to make minimum of my commission back, because I've always shopped when they're on sale, or I've gotten it for free, or I've gotten it as a reduced amount for an award. Okay. One of the tricks of the trade that I used to do, and I still, to an extent, I still do it, is I would have boxes that were $2, $3, $4, $5, and $6 boxes. And as I got products in that I ordered, I could put them in those boxes if I was splitting up a set, and I would know what I paid for them, because I've already set a price in my mind. So I don't have to go back and look. It's a way to be able maybe have a $10 box, an $8 box, a $12 box. I was really big into breaking up sets. People like sometimes to be able to pick and choose what they like. And so if you got any of those Cervelier sets that were at a great price, the big monster set, they may not want all of those bowls for $80. But guys, if you split that down into a $59 big tower, $25, $20, you're going to actually end up making more off of that complete set. And sometimes you're making $20 to $40 to $50 more after your commission for that set, and you're still giving your customers a great deal. Okay. So I don't want any of you guys to undersell yourself at your events, at your open house, when you're doing your deals of the day on your VIP group, which I'm going to share in just a minute. But the open house is a really, really fun way. If you guys can squeeze one of those in before the holidays, I would highly recommend it. You can pull in a couple $100s a day, up to a couple $1,000 a day, depending on how well you get it out there and how many people you have attend and come to your event. Another really fun idea, I do this a lot with my Big Dickens Christmas show or my events that I do. If it's a slow time of the day, I'll kind of go in my VIP group and do a live of what I have. And then that way it's kind of building excitement. And even if people are far away, they can shop for my sale and I can get a box and they pay for shipping. Okay. So an open house is a way for you to connect with your people through the holidays, build that rapport, get them a party planning packet, ask them if they'll do a party with you in January. Tupperware has been on everybody's name lately, guys, and we need to utilize that and capitalize on it. My sales, I'm not seeing people not shop for Tupperware. And I'm going to give you guys, it's a little surprising to me even, but I'm going to give this to you as an encouragement. I normally do a big event at Christmas time. It's called the Dickens Christmas Show, and it's a 4-day huge event. A year ago, I did it. It was my biggest year yet. I've done it for about 5 or 6 years. I sold $14,000 in the 4 days, and that was busting it. Like Jeff and I were just working. And I would encourage you to find events that are open, find little churches, find little things that are doing events. But what happened was had planned the trip to go see the Panthers play. Jeff actually bought tickets, had us a whole trip prepared and planned, and we put down money. And of course, the NFL says, okay, you're coming to Germany the week of Dickens Festival. Well, this was back in May, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to not only lose the money from that, but we're paying for this trip. So I made a personal goal, and I will tell you guys, if you make personal goals with yourself, because I already had inventory on hand, you guys are getting stuff for free. And even if you're brand new, you don't have to have inventory, but just sell some of the things that you do have or your samples that you purchase, and set up your kit and show the kit. Always do that. You want to show the recruiting opportunity, the hosting opportunity, and so forth. But I had a personal goal in my mind that I wanted to sell $14,000 in my VIP group out of my inventory, because I assumed I was going to be doing that event before we left for Germany. Well, I started in June and I've continued on. And as of to date, I just added up my sales from shipping this week, over $17,000. Okay. Now I realize a lot of you are going to go, Michelle, I don't have $17,000 in inventory. You probably don't. I had 2 of these and 3 of these, and I've been doing this a long, long time. So I'm constantly moving inventory that I've earned or that I've, gotten for free off of a party that I've closed out. So we always have stuff, it seems like, and I certainly don't want it sitting in my garage. I would rather be making that money off of it than turning that into a hostess. And then, of course, talking to them about joining the team. So that's a big number. And I will tell you, I have about 1,800 people in my VIP group, and we've trained on this before over and over, but you want to be building that group out and about. When people meet me, when they see my Tupperware gear, or they see Jeff's Tupperware gear, or they see my Tupperware car, I have my QR code. I get them to scan it right then and join my group right then. And so that way I'm adding daily new prospects to this group. And then I encourage them to invite their friends and family. I say this over and over and over: invite your friends and family who love Tupperware. Okay. So guys, if you just think about this, what if I were to, set myself a goal between now and the end of the year, I want to sell this much. You could do it. You just need to be proactive. Okay. So I'm going to give you I've written down some things so I don't forget how I do this, because I know I've been doing this a long time and I've kind of learned some things over the years. The open house is one thing. The setting up or doing events is another thing. That's a lot going on. Another idea is a small restaurant or a community. Maybe you frequent a small restaurant. You go all the time. You know the owners, you know the bartender. You could ask if you could just set up a table one evening from 6 to 9 and just have a few of your products set up over there, just as a Tupperware aware. Have some take home, have some cash and carry. Get your business card, start building your VIP group. I promise you guys, you could really start using the holidays as people. Roxy, stop. As people are out, sorry about that. As people are out and about, for the holidays, this is a great time to do that. So let me just go back through my notes just real quickly and make sure some of the ideas that I was going to share. If you're going to do your open house virtually, you could always have the pictures of the products that you want to post that they can give their tickets for. And they could just put, say, I want to put my 3 tickets in here, 2 tickets in here. And you can do it virtually just the exact same way that I'm teaching you. You can do it as an in-home party. You can go back to all your hostesses in your date book, go back to your customers that purchase from you, and you could start this year. Or you could put a post in your VIP group and said, hey, I'm going to do some drawings. Who has hosted with me or purchased with me this year? And have them comment. If you haven't taken good notes, start in January to start keeping track in your date planner and keeping track of your customer copies of who ordered with you. I always have a paper copy with what they ordered and their name, so I can at least search them on Facebook or in Messenger, or if they were in text, I just write text. So it's a way for me to be able to get back up with them. So again, do a virtual one, bare minimum. Gosh, I can't see. I'm getting old, y'all, getting blind. All right. So hosting, if they host a party with you into January, they can get bonus tickets as well. So you want to maybe give them 10 tickets, give them a nice chunk so that you're building your future business. What I have been doing, as Marsha already talked about, promoting the 12 days of Christmas. Some of those have been selling out fast, but guys, that's something to go live with every day. And the key to growing your business is doing something every day. If it's your story, if it's your VIP group, if it's TikTok, I'm learning TikTok. I've already got almost 300 followers, and I'm horrible at it. So I'm just saying, just getting in there every day and posting things, guys. It's not hard to post a picture or to post a video. It's pretty simple to get in there and self-learn it or to YouTube video it. And it's a way for you to be able to get, when you get to 1,000, you can go live. So my goal is to add so many followers a day. Your story is always an important part to keep it up there, because that's just something that's going to reel through, or the reels on Facebook. Okay. All right, so that was that. So I'm going to teach you a little bit about how I do my deals of the day and how did I sell this amount of money. And Marsha has a couple pictures that she's actually posted up there now. I know it seems like it's so much easier, Michelle, to grab a stock photo. Okay, it is, and it doesn't look hardly anything like the product. Okay, I just grabbed 2 of the 100 deals of the day that I have listed in my VIP group right now and shot them to Marsha, not necessarily with pricing, but just to show you I get a visually attractive place in my house. And my inventory is downstairs, guys. So this is how I get my exercise every day. As I'm coming up the stairs, I just grab a couple things a day, and you can go ahead and take pictures and then take them back down and put them away. And it gives me my steps. It gives me some exercise. And if you want to take pictures of about 10 products at a time and then post 2 today and 2 the next day and 2 the next day, or if you want to just say, I'm going to do this every day and become a habit. When it becomes a habit, guys, that's when you're going to see the results. Okay. And the more things that you can get posted in there. Now I'm very proactive about keeping it updated, about keeping things that once I've gotten payment and I've sold them, I delete the photo so there's no confusion. If there's 2 items on a photo, I'll literally take my phone and I'll go edit, and I'll take my little pen button. I'm not even that tech savvy, y'all. And I just put a little X through the one that's sold of the ones I show. I'm not a fan of albums, and you can do that if you choose to. In a group, I just like how when they post on one post or they comment on a post, it goes to the top of the page, just like it does in every group. I like to be able to scroll through quickly at the top if I missed a notification, and I can see who commented on a post. Now, if they commented on one cake taker post, oh, I would love the cake taker, I need this as a gift for Christmas. My first thing to them is, in comments, I reply. They may have only seen that one deal of the day. They may not have seen all the other ones that I have. So I'm like, hey, check through over, the posts that I have listed and comment on anything else that you want, and I'll get you a price to ship. Now, they do pay for the shipping. And I will tell you that I use Pirate Ship, and I'm going to tell you a couple reasons why. Number one, Pirate Ship will give you UPS or USPS what is the lowest rate, and they also give you a discount. So I pass that discount on to my customers. So they're normally on average paying between a small box around $6 up to max, even across the country sometimes, $12 to $14. And that's even on a big box. Maybe they've bought 10 items. Okay. So a lot of times they want to add to their box because they're going to save on shipping. And if they add 3 more things to their box, it's only going to go up $1 on their shipping price. Is this a little bit of a pain? Yeah, it is. Is it nice when I transfer money from my Venmo or my Cash App, and I use Venmo, Cash App, or Zelle when at all possible, but I'm not charged fees, okay? Those I usually do not take credit cards, or I charge them the fee because we are being charged for that. So if you want to charge the 4% fee or whatever Square is charging you, do that. But I kind of stick to that, and my old school customers just mail me a check, and they love that. So I give them that opportunity. I keep their box. I don't ship it to them until they've paid. And I also add 50 cents to every order because I am passing that shipping on to them. Because last time I bought tape, it was like $30, and I'm getting the boxes together and supplying those. Now, you don't have to go buy boxes. Jeff brings me home restaurant boxes. You can ask for boxes from people of different sizes. I was kind of keeping an array of boxes on hand. I'm always on the lookout for small to medium boxes. And of course, save the good ones that Tupperware sends you as well. Okay. So that's just a way for you guys to know. Now, when I'm pricing a cake taker, if the cake taker was on sale for $33, I'm not going to post it in my group for $33. Okay. I'm losing tax and shipping. I'm going to add $1 or $2 for shipping, and then I'm going to add my tax and round it up. And I'm going to charge $35, $36 for that cake taker. Because if they go on Tupperware, yes, they can order it for $33, but they're going to pay $9.99 shipping for that one item. Right? So it's never been any issue with all of the time. Occasionally someone won't pay for their order and I do have to put it back into stock. Yes, that happens. But overall, if you set a goal for yourself monthly, I want to get my product out there. This gives me money coming in with not product just sitting in my garage. I'm able to see new people, talk to new people every day. Think about this. I'm talking to 3 to 5 customers a day sometimes in Messenger. What that does for me is it gives me the opportunity to date a party or to get them to do something further with me, to collect orders, to do a little messenger party, to do an in-home party. I booked a couple in-home parties last month off of this and went and did a demo, and they bought some cash and carry, and I gave them credit for it for their party because I was able to do that. So they were able to get a higher host credits as well. And if you guys have any comments on this, because I know I'm kind of talking fast, put it in the comments at the bottom. As you do this more and as you become more, you know, you're going to start loving this. You're going to really be like, I just love being able to stay in contact. And I'm feeling like people are still loving Tupperware because I'm having contact with people every single day about products. Okay. I love the individual posts, building your group every single day. Go into your friends list. I have over 4,000 friends and acquaintances, guys. I add at least 10 to 20 or invite 10 to 20 new people every day that I'm sitting at my desk. I just try to go in there and do the little invite. Maybe you're sitting in the doctor's office. Don't over invite so you don't get put in Facebook jail, but just like 20 to 25 a day. And if they didn't, you know, they come up later, maybe in a month, try it again. Maybe they didn't see the notification. And get going that way. If y'all have any questions, I know I kind of went through a lot in a short period of time, but I want to just, the main thing is encourage you to be active in your business on a daily basis. If you have to have a checklist, have I done this, and this today? That's what you need to do to be always having products coming in, products going out, dealing with customers, dating those parties. And that's going to be key for us having a huge 2025, guys, is stocking up our January with lots of parties and getting ready to explode and grow, because we do have a company that's given us a ton of sales specials right now. So thank you, Marsha. I hope that made things.
Thank you, Michelle. Those were great. And I've been checking to see if people, there were a couple of questions I tried to answer. But guys, if you had any other questions from what Michelle shared, put it in the comments. We will go back through it and make sure you get the answers to that. But like she said, the number one thing is you got to show up to go up, right? So thank you, Michelle. Y'all have fun at the lights, watching the lights tonight. Wrap up yourself because it's going to be cold outside.
I know it. Even in South Carolina. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful end of the year.
Yes. All right, guys. So lots of great tips and ideas from Michelle. I want you to take those and run with those. And as she said, some of what you're doing right now is going to be setting the stage for next year. And, and parties are our key. I mean, we have all these great offers and we get into this habit of just like, I'm just going to post all the offers. And as she's saying, you want to be doing your deals and you want to be talking to people daily. But the ultimate goal from any of this is to date a party, because at a party, you have like 100% attention of the people that are there. And whether they're virtual parties or whether they're in-home parties, what you're trying to do is have that concentrated time with a concentrated group of people that you can really hit, so that you could have $500, $800, $1,000, $2,000 in sales in a 30-minute, hour period. And that's where the parties can be so valuable for you. And we do have some folks who have parties up for this week coming up, December 12th to the 18th. Remember, when you register your parties in Gen Con, so that you're giving your host a link, you're going to, your parties are going to show up on the date that you've put that the party is closing. Okay, so the date that you are closing, that you've scheduled that party to hold. Now you got the link for several weeks before, but this is the date that it shows up in. So when you are scheduling these, the party date is kind of your date you're going to hold the actual event. You're going to close the party. That's when it's going to show up in the report. So we have 6 people who have parties up for next week. Aubrey has 2. Excuse me just a second. Got a tickle in my throat there. And so I'm going to ask Siri. Hey, Siri, give me a number between 1 and 6. And Siri says, The number is, can you see it? 5, number 5, and that would be Leslie Smith. Leslie Smith, are you on watching? If so, tell Charlie you are on and watching, because that means you just won a party pack. So Leslie, make sure you tell Charlie that you're here watching if it is you. Now, guys, I want to give away some prizes. And so I decided that we needed to really put some focus on dating parties. So we're going to have a dating blitz. It's going to start right now and it's going to go through Wednesday night. All right. So today through Wednesday night, December 11th. And these will be for parties from now until the second week of January, okay? Because we don't want to go too far out. We really want to pack in those first 2 weeks of January. So it'll be like December 1st through the 14th, okay? So that's kind of what we're looking at, December 1st through the 14th. I think that's what I'm looking at. Anyway, December 1st through the 14th, that's when we're trying to, from now until, not December 1st, January 1st. So January 14th, now through January 14th, okay? Adding new parties into your schedule. And you want to make this fun. You want to have some fun with it. You might want to put on a Christmas hat or get some Christmas bags, have your little bags, you know, and get them all fixed up and go live and talk about the fact that we've got some great things. And what I want you to think about is, you know, what does everybody do in January? They make New Year's resolutions. So what would be some of the resolutions that people are going to make? Well, they're going to make, you know, resolutions to save money, right? They're going to make resolutions to eat healthier. They're going to make resolutions to get in shape. They're going to make resolutions to get organized. So each day, maybe pick one of those topics and go live and share a tip about how you save money using Tupperware. Okay. And so you might say, you know, I no longer buy Ziploc bags. Did you know that a Ziploc bag takes 1,000 years to disintegrate? And over the course of a year, you could be spending $200 or $300 on disposable wraps that you're just throwing away. So today I want to share with you about our fabulous, amazing silicone bags and why these are the things you need to have. You talk about your Ziploc bag and you talk about the fact it's going to save you money. Now you can do a plug for the fact that right now they can get those on special and they can go to your website, or if you have some on hand, just like Michelle said, you could offer those as well to your customers. But you use that to say, now, if you want to know some more ways that you can save so much money using Tupperware, you're going to want to follow me and you're going to want to schedule your penny pincher party for the 1st of January, because I'm giving away, and see what I'm using right now with people is I'm using that small silicone slim bag. Okay, because we were able to get those on that really super price, and they're easy to mail to somebody. And if I can get somebody to book a party for me into that first week of January, then it's easy for me to mail them one of those. I'm not going to mail it till they hold the party, but that's something you could do. So you could have something like that. I also love those. If you have some of those are really great little gifts to, you know, Circes to give to the people who come to your host appreciation as well. You could fill a snack cup. You could take a mini. You could put some friendship tea in there. You could put some hot cocoa in the little snack cup and put a bow on them and give those as little gifts to people who stop by your house. Or who stop by your house and book a party, then you give them that little piece of Tupperware right then. So it kind of gives them that emotional debt too, right? And like Michelle said, if you're doing a drawing of the people who've hosted for you, they're going to be more likely to hold that party too, because they want to get in on the free giveaways that you're giving when you hold their party, when you do your host appreciation next year. So Dating Blitz from now till January 14th. You're going to register those in the back office once you get those parties dated. Remember that we have all kinds of parties that you can offer. We have cooking parties, book parties, theme parties, Zoom parties, Facebook parties, parties at people's work, multi-hostess parties, text parties, messenger parties. And, and really it's almost endless the ways that you can party. So offer all of those. Use some of the cute little memes that we have to put out there and build your community. That's really the key. You know, you heard Michelle talk about it tonight. You heard Pam talk about it a few weeks ago. You had Terry talk about it last week about the idea of you've got to give value. You've got to show people that you're there to support them and to share things with them. So I will have all of these little images in the thing, in the comments of our thing tonight's or in our page, so that you'll have these so you can start doing it. But I want to know in the comments right now, guys, how many of you are going to take me up on this dating blitz? How many of you are going to really focus in these next 2 days on adding parties to your lineup? And you're not going to stop until you get those parties. Because remember, we're dreaming, right? So if you are dreaming big, you got to figure out, well, how many parties do I need to have to make my dream come true? And my dream is that maybe I can have a month where I sell $4,000 and I can make that extra bonus, that $400 bonus. And that would be really great in January, wouldn't it? Because January, since we're moving to this new calendar month, you'll have January 1st to January 31st. You got 31 days to sell $4,000, and you're going to be able to earn that bonus in January. So this is why we want to go ahead and get started right away, get started fast, hit the ground running, utilize the 12-day offers now, get those parties booked, and then tell them, okay, now I'm going to give you a link that you can be sharing, and you can already get some orders in for those and it'll count for your party in January. So that means you're going to make money now, and you're going to make money later at the same time, because we'll have more specials in January. So there'll be new specials. And we're going to really be focused on that healthy living in 2025. All right. So in the comments, I'm looking. Oh, I see Colleen says she's going to get some. Donna Sue says she's going to get some. Okay. Well, I want to know, guys, how many of you are going to go ahead and just claim it. I'm going to date parties, and I'm going to date this many parties. So we have that in there so that you can get working with that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is for every 5 parties that are dated, I'm going to give away a surprise pack. And I'm going to have in there some little things that you can use at your parties, some things that you can give to your host, things that you can maybe send to a customer, depending on whether you're doing it in person or whatever. And everybody who dates parties is going to go into a drawing for a gift card. And I'll be sending out a gift card for you to be able to, maybe get a little treat for yourself or for your family, something like that. Okay, so let's go and date a bunch of parties between now and Wednesday. And of course, while you're building this month, remember you have these great bonuses. And just like Michelle said, these are great things to take and turn around and sell. See, because if you I had an event this weekend and I was showing the silicone, and these people were going crazy over them. And these were some that I had gotten on sale. They were some that I had gotten as a gift from when I had a party, some that I got in the bundles from Tupperware. And people were paying me, I was selling them for $25. Normally they're $35. So they thought they were really saving a lot of money. And I'd gotten some of them for just for $19 was the sale price for the bundt pan. That one was huge. The loaf pan, they loved that loaf pan. I got it on sale too. And I had some that I had gotten as one of the bundles. So I probably paid $5 for those. So I was able to really turn those into making money. So this is a huge thing. And, Super Bowl Sunday is going to be coming at the 1st of February. So you want to have those chip and dips so you can sell those. And that's going to be another one that you're really going to make some money on, because it normally sells for $43, and you can turn around and sell it, for $30, and they're saving money and you're making money when you do that. All right. And then, of course, we still have time to welcome new people, to help them start making money, to help them get their foundation now, take advantage of the 12 days, and then schedule their party for that first week of January. So their sales are going to be accumulating this month, and then they're going to be able to cash in and get all those bonus rewards in January during that first week. So if you get December was my favorite month to recruit people, because we could get their foundation done, get them doing some, taking advantage of the quick sales now and counting that for their first party that they hold in January. Also, they could be using this month to date parties, because people might say, oh, I'm so busy right now. No problem. But if you can hold your party the first week of January, we have an extra gift for you. And so that gives you a way to get them to date, to sign up now, join, and still get off to a great start. So this is a gift that you can get when they sell $100. And of course, they're going to qualify for all of the things that you get as a Tupperware rep. And I'll go back one. They're going to also be able to qualify for the gifts in the Ready, Set, Activate. All right, so that's a wrap for tonight. We do have coming up at 9 o'clock, of course, our M&Ms, and I will be leading that one tonight. So you can just hang on, stick around, come back and watch me in 10 minutes. And we're going to close tonight with this quote. 6 months from now, you will either have 6 months of excuses or 6 months of progress. We are at the end of this year, heading into the new year. What is the first half of your year going to look like? The time is going to pass either way. And doesn't it make a lot more sense to make it the best start you can possibly make to this new year? Because, we want to thrive in 2025. And so it's going to be really important that you focus on getting off to a great start and recognizing that, those big dreams are going to happen if you don't stop. So we're going to keep moving forward as we go there. So thank you, everybody, for being on here with us tonight. I'm excited to see what parties we're going to date. I'm excited to see who's going to be our top dater. And I'm excited to see who's going to win some prizes. I might just carry away and do a bunch of stuff. I don't know. All right, guys, let's do it.
Original cute body make a man mad up. Eyeliner, but if it's a big man mad up, nose powder. But if it's a big man mad up, like your eyebrow.